All right, let's talk very lovingly and not quickly. We don't
Are
have
we just
to.
gonna do like a Tudor boot, literal, just like bag or tea?
Yeah, tea bag. Yeah, run through all of them. Tea bag all the looks here. Very quickly from the music video. If you want to hear our panel's thoughts on the music video, go check it out in the recap. But yeah, we'll teabag the looks here real quick. I'll go ahead and start. Yeah. Let's see. Saltina, it's gonna be soft tea, star tea. Actually. Tea. Mya tea. Van, try tea grande. Van has my favorite look. I'll say that much. Velma tea. Hazel tea. Paolo, I love you. Paolo, I love you. Paolo, I love you. It's I'm a bag and move on very quickly.
I'm a winner, and winner is me.
I'm a winner. The universe loves me. The universe is me.
The universe does. Logan doesn't. Sorry, just
the universe loves her. I love her. Not this look. Cara is tea. Sami Landri is tea. Dulce is a tepid tea. PM is definitely hot tea, and Eboni is hot tea.
Okay.
Micha?
Okay. Well, yeah. Saltina is gonna be like, this icy tea for me with a few like ice bits. Star, definitely a good tea, solid tea. We have Maya's tea definitely, Van Gogh's tea also definitely. Velma 100% tea, Hazel soft, safe, double packed in a sachet tea. Paolo, I want to give her tea just for the sheer camp of it all, because it was like so camp that she's just like exists in her parallel universe. Contrary to dance moves, contrary to whatever you should wear during a dance challenge, but yeah. Eboni, of course, freaking hot tea. Karamilk as well. I said that. Where I met Sami is hot tea. Dulce, unfortunately, a slight bag probably. PM might be my favorite of the bunch. And Eboni, I said already. Yeah, Eboni's tea.
Strange. Obviously, there's a lot of nuance here. These are performance looks. It is what it is. Saltina bag, star tea, Mya tea, Van tea, Velma tea, Hazel bag, and I will only critique the sense that this truly washes her out, and the coloring just between her tights, her face, her chest. This needed to be just a slightly darker shade, but that's the only reason. I think the garment itself is beautiful, but it's a bag for how it presents.
Valid.
Paolo tea, Karamilk tea. Sami, I'm going to give a bag just because I don't like the fit. Dulce bag, PM tea, and Eboni tea. But these are performance looks, so they can be... There's lots of stuff there. Nuance, whatever.
Yeah. I think everyone's assessments honestly are valid here. And
for all of our own personal reasons, and that's okay.
Exactly. Everything is alleged information and all of our opinions are valid because drag is art and art is subjective. Hi, Boulay Brothers.
Yeah.
That part. Let's move to the runway. Period. Also, hi QR code. I just didn't want to block Van, and Van would have been blocked otherwise. LanaGCreations@etsy.com. Link is in the description below, and QR code. But yes, category is more is more.
And was it?
In a lot of cases, it was
very
more
subjective.
Yeah, it was indeed very subjective.
Drag is art, and art was very subjective on this runway. First up, we have Velma Jones. I'll start. Why not? I really liked this. I love that without knowing what the first runway category was, she did have the through line here with her entrance look and the runway look, and I loved that coincidence for her. I do love this. It could have been bigger. I will say that. I think it could have been bigger, but I do like this for what it is. I like the headpiece. I like the bell sleeve. I like the length of the dress. I think it could have been a little shorter or a little longer, but I do like where the dress falls here. The only downside for me with this look is that she had to lift up the headpiece in order to talk to the judges.
So there's a couple things here, and I will
Yeah.
agree. Can we just go ahead and say more and more is more doesn't necessarily mean bigger for across the board?
Yeah,
While
I had
the
this.
critique is
Yeah.
fair that bigger is better for sure, and this
Yeah.
look in particular, yes. More is more doesn't always necessarily mean bigger, and anybody listening, like, just
Yes,
because the
yeah.
look was small doesn't mean more is more wasn't achieved. Also,
Totally.
it's not her fault that they light from above. Get her a spot. Light her
I
from
agree.
underneath. Show her face.
I
That's not
agree.
her fault that she wore a massive hat for your fucking runway.
I agree.
Girl, get her a spotlight. Get her a little flashlight even.
I would have loved that. I would have
What are
loved
we
that.
doing?
Girl, I don't know. I agree with all of that, definitely. I actually had this debate with my partner while we were watching. Because we were talking about whether more is more translated to maximalism as opposed to just bigger, and we kind of landed on
True.
both can be true, and it's not a mutually exclusive kind of situation. So there's a lot of different ways that you can take this category. For me, in this interpretation, I do think that the skirt specifically could have been a little bit bigger, but I do like this interpretation specifically as Velma has done it. So I'll clarify that statement, and I appreciate you bringing that up for sure, Xana.
Yeah, I totally thought that the judges' critique that the dress swallowed her was kind of BS, to be honest, because the dress itself did give more is more. It did give like demesure couture, which is like this ginormous fashion statement, and especially with the through line. I came into the workroom as a tampon, how it looks in real life, versus I came to the runway as how the tampon is presented on TV ads. This is so clever. And yeah, this is definitely nails what she wanted to do. And I think the headpiece is definitely giving even more. But yeah, the unfortunate thing is we can't see her face, but that's not her fault at all. I loved all the accessories. I love whatever it is on her neck. It was moving very fluidly and very beautifully. I love this particular shade of blue, which is like kind of cerulean, kind of cobalt by the end when we reach her feet. And yeah, the flower was just like literally the flower on top, the blue cherry on top. So great look.
I want to preface this saying that I have done Drag Race. I have gone through the process of creating looks and bringing them to Drag Race and walking down that stage in them. So, as we begin.
Yes.
My problems here for more is more. If we were going maximalism, if we were going size, if we were going texture, if we're going for anything. I think the fit of this dress doesn't do her any justice for shape. Considering where her sleeve, I guess, kind of meets the dress. I wish there was more definition there. Again, white doesn't slim, white widens. So like this doesn't really lend itself to the garment. The dress itself, the shape wise, I think it's beautiful. Yeah, it could have been bigger, but like also what she's achieving here is still very strong. If it touched the floor, great. If it didn't touch the floor, if it angled out more, great. I think if we're doing more is more, where are the rhinestones? There's rhinestones on this, but it is not enough. And I would have been like, okay, maybe none or do more if that's the case. I think also, unfortunately, rhinestones do get lost on the main stage of Drag Race. So we've seen that quite a bit if you're not using the right kind. And I think that just comes down to like crystal AB, which always will shine under any circumstances versus just a regular tone of rhinestone won't always achieve that. And I think that's what we're witnessing here. I think the hat's lovely. If we were to look at the fact that she could have adjusted this, if maybe the petals had fallen and they were on her dress and left a chunk out for her face, if it wasn't a hat, but more of a headpiece that it literally sat like this and her hair was coming out to be the fronds of the flower, that could have also worked very well for this. So like if we were going to really get into it, these things could have been adjusted. I hate that the jewelry she's wearing is getting lost with the ribbon of this hat. At that point, just like don't wear the jewelry because you have something dangling there. And I don't think the shoe works. I know I'm being so contrarian with this, but I'm like, it's beautiful. But if I'm gonna look at these details, I just wish these things were pulled in together a little bit more. It's a lowercase t for me.
Fair.
Because I love the element of it.
Fair. I think I would give it a soft T. Because I like it. But I do agree with a lot of, like, the thing is, what we're seeing here so far on this season is high caliber drag, where I'm just missing, like, the finishing detail things. And we're on episode 1, and I'm really happy that that's what we're seeing right now.
So they've already achieved great garments. Now we're nitpicking episode 1, which means this is going to be such a strong showing. So
we're nitpicking episode 1. Fabulous! I can't wait for the rest of the season. I'm so excited.
Will we give it a score as in numbers? No, on our centigrade.
Let's just teabag.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, soft tea for me. And caramel. Oh, baby. Now, we talked a bit about it earlier with both Cara and with PM. It's a bit of a shame that both of their looks were a bit more similar between entrance and this first runway, but I do really, really like what Cara's done here.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like it. I like the hair. I really like the sleeve. I like the impression of the more that she's gone for here. By having the sleeve be the focal point. I really appreciate that. The fabric looks really great. The fit in the middle is kind of where it throws me just ever so slightly.
I think it's just the draping and maybe this image as well, because she is cinched.
I think so.
I think it's just what the texture of this fabric, it's giving you almost like your eyes perceiving it differently than it actually is, because there's lots
And I'm gonna go, actually, after I give my critique here, I'm actually gonna go rewatch the episode to see if that's this image or the actual garment, because these are courtesy of Canada's Drag Race. So I want to see whether it's the photo or the actual.
It is the photo. I literally I'm on the Canada's Drag Race Instagram and I just watched the reel of it, and when it moves, you can see it. Yeah.
Thank you, Xana. But yeah, otherwise, I think she looks absolutely incredible, and I love this color on her as well. So it's going to be a very lovely tea that I've had for a while. I really enjoy it. It's a good classic standard tea for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, continuing with something which is wrapping her, but she knows her way through it, and it's pretty cool. I love how the sleeves are sleeving. I actually think it would be even funny if they did have some fans like they did on Global for this fan runway, and this would be blowing like constantly while she was walking.
That should just be a standard on all runways.
Yes,
even if your garment isn't moving, there should just be a fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
And also, it would prove to us if some girls haven't glued their wigs, and it will be blown away. But
hey, no, not that. It's a long day, and some of us don't have to perform.
I know.
If you know you're safe and you don't have to worry about it, don't glue your wig.
Absolutely.
Also, we have so much time in between the actual performance, you can glue down your hair. So I don't know what those season fucking 17 girls were doing, but hey.
That was Season 17 curse, yeah.
Right.
When
Um,
we reach another franchise, I think, where they have the season 17, we'll see how it goes on there. But I just also think that Karamilk has basically done the same thing that Velma has done. She brought the storyline through because she was like a chocolate lover on her entrance, and she's basically a chocolate candy bar, like wrap, but a very opulent one, like Ferrero Rocher one. So yeah, it looks good on her. So it's pretty hot tea for me.
right. Yeah. So I love this look. I think it's delicious. I think the more is happening on the bustier, the bodysuit itself. I think this blooming texture with these little elements, the texture of the fabric is great. I wish her entrance and her runway were switched. Because then I feel like the more is more
sure.
actually would have achieved better with that.
I agree.
And if she had walked in this garment, that still would have been like hot tea. She would have still really
Oh
killed.
yeah, for sure.
I just, if we're doing more is more here, I think there should have been the sleeve train should have hit the ground and it should have been bigger. I think the dress itself, if we're gonna do this ruching ruffle, it should have been more. Like I could have added an extra layer here and I would have loved to see it. Yeah, it's fine. It's a gorgeous look. I just think if we're gonna be doing more is more, there should have been a bigger follow through with this. Unfortunately, and I know that is hard to achieve sometimes. Sometimes maybe this is all the fabric she had in this one, and they're like, great, let's just work with it.
Yeah.
But if I could be picky and like I just want more for them, not that it's bad. I just was like, more.
It's episode 1. We're already nitpicking.
Yeah.
We have that luxury this season. Like these girls
great.
are bringing it. Like
Mhm.
I'm so excited. These girls are bringing it. We're nitpicking. I love.
But yeah, I think her
Like,
entrance would have fit the category for more is more better because it did give
I
that.
think so.
So, but
Yeah.
that's me.
I wish she had been able to have that foresight. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it's just, you can't have that luxury.
No, this is another soft tea, a little tea for me, a little tea.
Love it.
Mhm.
Saltina.
Bring me the axe.
Bring me the dragon. I love this. Seeing Saltina walk out in this, I was like, okay, ma'am, here we go. Yes. I really do like this. I particularly enjoy the skirt with this ombre of the black to the yellow going on. I think all of the yellow detailing throughout is really great. I would have liked some more yellow detailing, I will say here, similarly to what we were talking about with the yellow detailing going on in Van's entrance look. I would have liked a little bit more yellow detailing throughout the bodice of this dress, just to add a little bit more visual interest. But guess what? I'm nitpicking because this look is so good. I really like it. I think she just looks good. The makeup here is really great. I like that we're already seeing versatility from Saltina. We saw 3 completely different looks from her throughout this premiere, and I really, really loved seeing that. This is hot tea for me. I was really impressed with Saltina on this runway.
Saltina, Aunt of the Dragons. At first, when she came out, actually, yeah, yesterday when she just came out around the corner, I thought it was Van Gogh, but now I've seen now it's not her makeup, so it's Saltina, because she could blurry very well into that line that Van had on their entrance. I mean, this is super cool. This is so much better than her entrance look. I really love all the spiky leprechaun-y nature of it all. Maybe it was maybe some toothbrushes were harmed during this airbrushing thing, but we don't know because this looks very cool. This looks, I mean, the way that the colored parts basically cover every single, not only spike, but go down to her bodice, the way how it flows into the black and back. is so beautiful, and it's so flamey and really fantasy world-esque. It would be like on any video game cover or any book cover in the genre, and it would be like, sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
Saltina, the new grand aunt, marshal, godmother of the dragons. That works. That's piping hot tea.
Yeah, I agree. I think like the fit of this dress is perfect. The way that the detailing is done just like accentuates the fit of this dress. I think the fabric that connects the spikes together is just such a beautiful element that could have been lost. And the fact that it's there just makes it that much more texturalized for what she's created here. The headpiece is great. The collar's beautiful. I think the trumpet like mermaid gown, for me, it's been done so many times that now I'm like, I'm waiting for it to be done in a new way that I'm like, oh wow, look at that. This is fine. Don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, the tulle just doesn't feel heavy. And I wish it did. It feels too fluffy, where for this, I wish it had more of a sleek thing, maybe like one more layer on top of it to weigh it down a little bit, but that's just me. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is that thing that we were wishing for Van Goth, where we wanted the yellow to be throughout the whole garment. She's achieved this in the rule of threes again. Yeah, this is perfect. I think it's my favorite runway for sure. So hot tea.
For sure. And you can tell that the lighting and the cameras are better this season on Canada's Drag Race, and this was my absolute number one example of it, because black is really, really hard to translate through the screen on Drag Race. And when Saltina walked out, I was like, 100%. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I can see all of the details in that bodice. Oh, fuck
like,
yeah.
If I could have, I would have worn black every single runway.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am in my day-to-day. That's what I do normally in drag.
But you knew there was no way you were going to be able to do that.
Well, on top of the fact that they would have read me to fill for it, it wouldn't have shown up properly. So it's hard to do on Drag Race. So she's
100%.
It's a testament to the quality of this garment that it shows up so well on camera. So
100%. Yeah. Definitely. Hazel. I do really enjoy this. I really do enjoy it. I think Hazel looks really lovely. I think the overall effect of the look is good. And I think overall, I am going to give this a T. I think there are a few issues that I'm having with the overall execution of it. I think the headpiece, there's a little bit, like, it's a little wonky. I'm not exactly quite sure what's going on with the headpiece.
It did feel like it was listing to the left the whole episode.
A little bit, yeah.
The headpiece had somewhere to be.
The headpiece had somewhere to be, just like Maya's in the promo.
Yeah. Trend alert.
Trend alert. Headpiece is leaning to the left. At least they're leaning to the left. But I know Hazel is not necessarily a breast hip form kind of girl. I know that's not necessarily her drag, but
she does do it, but it's not like that.
It's not her thing.
Her stuff. Yeah,
it's not necessarily her thing. I have seen her do it, and I personally like when she does it from what I've seen of her drag thus far, and I haven't seen a ton of her drag. Let me make that clear as well. I would have liked a breast form with this. I think it would have filled out the bodysuit underneath a little bit more, just a little bit more. And I appreciate a girl that doesn't always do it as well, because when you have the body to do it in drag, do it by all means. I love it.
We love the supermodel runway. Like,
absolutely,
we don't need those things, but sometimes the element does lend itself to this.
Absolutely. So. I wish I could. I'm not that kind of girl. But yeah, I think a little bit of a breast form would have just added to it a little bit more. The skirt, there's a little bit of something wonky with the skirt as well, but it's good. I do really love the wrist cuffs here. I think that those are my favorite parts of the entire look. And overall, she sold it really beautifully. I loved her runway walk, and I thought overall it is T for me, because she sold it to me. I think Hazel's going to be the girl this whole season where even if the look isn't 100% there to her standard, she's still going to sell it to me, and I'm still going to eat it up every time. And I'm excited for that.
So excited. I see your concerns with this look, Logan. But still, it's so good. First of all, it does fit more as more category, especially the headpiece, because the headpiece is Teletubby already teleported to Mars, and there it became a Cher headpiece from her farewell tour.
Very
which
that.
still, leans on. I'm not actually that mad that it's given Leaning Tower of Pisa exactly because it's more is more. It's so much more than it should have been, that it swallows her head completely. It makes her look like Cameron Michaels without steroids. The way it's leaning is even funnier. Also a shout out to Lightning again, because we can't remember that many runways, let's face it, in the entirety of the show, in the whole history of the franchise, where silver and white would be so greatly differentiated. And
Usually it's like blown out, like you can't tell that it goes blurry with the lighting. So this definitely, the warmer tone that they've used allows you to see this garment properly. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just like, they seen as two distinct colors, as opposed to on most other runways that they would be just blobbed together, like blended in some whitish beige mess. Just like on Saltina's look, the mustard of her spikes and on the down of her dress would have been like urine blonde piss. Shout out to Shake season 9 premiere.
Love your urine blonde piss.
Urine blonde piss. That's my password on Netflix or something like this. Yes. As it was said by Lady Gaga. But yeah, here it's good. I agree with Logan that at least some illusion of a breastplate, or at least something there, would probably sculpt her better, because Hazel has an amazing boy body, but here she looks kind of pregnantish because of the lack of the breastplate.
Oh my god! You know what it's giving me? It's giving me the Pokemon Evolution version of Cynthia Lee Fontaine in the White Party look from season 8. Because it gave. Oh no! I love Cuckoo. I love you, and Hazel. I also love you, but it is give. Oh no!
Well, this is a great party anyway. She did represent Snow.
They're both going to a great white party, but you know.
Maybe on Mars. Maybe somewhere.
Maybe on Mars. Space. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, for the snowy illusion of it all, even I can kind of say that it's still, it's going to be a very flavored iced tea. Because I can see the imperfections in this look, but I still love the way she sold it, and love its outrageousness and more is more quality. Yeah, I still love it.
So yeah, I agree. I think she hit the mark on more is more, where it is bigger and there's a lot going on, and in a positive way. I think fit issues aside, how the dress was constructed didn't lend itself to Hazel's ability to like pull it off. Like the amount that's going on right at her hips doesn't allow this to make her stand out in a positive way, because my eyes are drawn directly to that and I'm like, oh no. And there's so much dead space right in her sternum that I'm like, okay, I understand what's supposed to be happening here. It just wasn't executed properly. And
yeah,
I don't know if I'm spilling Hazel's tea on this. Everybody who gets ready for Drag Race struggles getting to get their garments. And I think this may have been one of those ones that she had come late. Okay, so it happened to be like, they got it and they're like, we just have to make this work again. And that also can come down to this. I don't think this specific garment came from Canada. I think it may have come internationally. So fittings are harder to do. The timeline that you get it. I think they got maybe 5 weeks. We got 6 weeks to prepare. I think they may have gotten one less week than we did. Again, Drag Race, it takes so much to do so in such a little time too. So totally. That's fine. Yeah. Love the ostrich feathers on this. I think they could have fit her better. While I don't also wear hip pads and tits, for something like this, I would have had it built into the garment. So I don't have to do those things. I would have made it so, or at least if we're doing this detailing, detail it as if there was something there. Like, give me that. Because we could have had a beautiful jewel nipple. We could have had those applique surround it and slink down differently in a beautiful way that would have made this work. I don't think the hair is right for this garment. on the fact that it's an icy blonde, that's great. But it washes her out, especially being in a complete white. If this was any different color hair, I think it would have worked. Like an orange, a black, like it could have been any of those things. I also just don't think the pin straight hair lends itself to this because the garment itself is pulling on all of it. It doesn't sit right when you're walking. This should have been a tighter, maybe like a Marcel wave or even just something that's more sculpted to the head that would have accentuated the piece of the headpiece itself. Because there's just I'm pulling teeth here to want to like give it a positive review. I'm gonna give it a bag, only because I wanted so much more from it. That's yeah.
It's kind of the idea was there and the execution was executed.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
Sorry, Hazel. Love it. Love you.
Love you. Well, yes.
And more absolutely was more on this garment.
More might have been too much for Stardoll.
I want to say this before we get into it.
Yeah.
Terra Nova flashback. I feel she must have been like needed a trigger warning on this because this is just like
that part. You
on.
know, here's the thing. I really love the idea of this look. I love the concept. I love where she's coming from with this. My biggest problem with this is everything going on with the nude fabric. That's really where the big issue is. Just all of the corset, nude fabric. Yeah, just all the nude fabric on the corset. Because you've got so much volume on the skirt, you've got the volume on the right shoulder, you've got the volume on the headpiece, and then there's just so much dead space on the corset that is, I think, trying to go for nude illusion, and it's not giving the illusion of being a noodle. Like, it's just not, it for me, it's not translating. And everything else on this is working for me. And it's just like, star. Because everything else does look really nice for me. But my eye keeps only wanting to land on this like dead negative space in the Dead Sea that is this nude fabric on this corset. Like, it's really unfortunate for me. Because her mug looks so good, and the hair is so good, and the dress is so good. Star, I love you. I'm gonna bag this. I'm really sorry.
She hasn't even posted it, like her reshoot of it yet. So I feel like this is Kiki Ko.
I know Kiki did Saltina's. I know that much.
Kiki did Jayleen's look that looked very similar to this as well.
I want to check if Suki did it.
Yeah, in theory. Who else but her? But yeah.
Suki is not
responding.
Suki posted it on her Instagram story, but I don't know whether she made it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She might have conceptualized it, but maybe didn't execute the garment.
Yeah.
For me, the trouble is not only with the new delusion, but also for the way that the part which is more, so basically the bustle and the crinoline of her dress, if there is a crinoline of some structure supporting her dress, cuts her legs in such a way that she kind of seems, sorry for that comparison, it's not a shady Micha, I promise you, it's not that spicy. When Venus Deluxe was walking on her knees, Runway, I'm so sorry, because her legs did feel chopped off when she was walking back and forth.
Listen, it's hard. It's hard walking down that runway.
I
For the
know.
first time.
It's just the illusion.
For the first time.
It's just the illusion the dress creates. It's nothing about her or even her walk. It's just the fact that her garment like kind of looks at on her that way. And I'm not saying it's like unflattering as a whole, but it's just it's very weird proportion wise. And also we have another garment later on inspired by Plastic in the Sea, recycled, basically this Punani-esque couture. So although this contains two of the three of my favorite colors overall, I'm gonna have to slightly bag Star Doll. Although I like the headpiece, although I see where she's going for, and although I see where it's going for the category, but yeah.
Yeah, I think if her entrance look was her runway, this would have executed better and it would have lent itself to more is more, I think, on the better note. Because this is absolutely, oh my God.
And they agree.
No, they're fighting right now. Girls, we're recording a podcast. Okay. I think more is more. She hit the head so hard with the hammer. She went, here's more. I love the headpiece. I think the coral is beautiful. I think it's executed amazingly. The earring as well. The little details are great. I think it's accessorized perfectly for more is more. Again, why are we wearing these bust down hairs with these large garments? We're not performing like this, so it's not lending itself to what we're doing here. Let's give a more sculptural hair or just something that makes what you're doing more impactful. Like don't get me wrong, I love a pinstripe wig, but I wouldn't wear it with this. I would want something a little bit more tucked away or something that doesn't take away from what we're doing. I think the elements of how they executed making this, like, she's the Little Mermaid on that rock, the waves are crashing around her, perfect for this garment. I don't like how it all comes together though. I think the top versus the bottom doesn't make sense. Like, what is this little white tendril doing coming down from your chest? It's taking away here where that could have just been a beautiful bodysuit or more of the dress. I think the material of the skirt itself, not including like the bustle, is kind of giving like not 90s prom gown and not in like a good way.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because this could have been so beautiful, and it's just not.
Yeah.
It's lacking in those elements, and I wish it was like Hazel's. I wish it was just executed in a different way. Not saying that this execution is bad. It's just it doesn't even touch the floor where she's walking, and it's just like that detailing for me. I'm like, oh, I wish. And if I didn't wish that, this would be perfect. It's just love Star. I think this could have been better. So it's a bag. It's a bag. Sorry.
Yeah. Love you, Star.
Love her.
Love her.
Love whoever made this garment. Just wish it was something else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sami Landri. Here's the thing. For this category, for what she went for, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this interpretation.
Yeah.
I love that she went, like, I'm going to take a little bit of all of these fabrics and I'm going to take a little bit of all of this and make it this more is more conglomeration of all of it. Because it's so Sami Landri. I am so obsessed with it. I am officially, we've been talking all preseason, our panel's very, very split on Sami.
Okay.
Like, we're all over the place when it comes to Sami. I'm happy to report I am on the Sami Landri train now. I am here. I have gotten on. I love this. She's like, I'm getting Sami Landri now, and I'm very excited about it. This look really was the thing that I was like, okay, bitch, I'm here. I'm ready, and I'm excited for it. This was my favorite runway look of the night, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really just, it's so high concept, and I love a girl that shocks me with a really cool high concept look. In a sea of more is more that's like big, huge, crazy looks. Like, this was just so high concept, weird, strange, in such a cool, almost kind of fucked up way that I'm just such a big fan of. So yeah, this is piping hot tea. I'm kind of obsessed. Like, yeah, I'm so here for it.
I'm so glad you jumped on the train, and now we can't stop off our crazy Sami Landri train to somewhere. Yeah, I freaking adore this look. This is what I was referring to, saying that this is basically the recycling the plastic storyline gone totally right. She looks, if I'm entering the workroom, she looked as if she was the Morgan McMichael's version after the substance. Here it is Betsy Stone after the substance. Yeah, it's very Thursday. It's a planet of eternal Thursdays.
Yes,
and I love it for it. All this and also living in the same universe as Punani does, because it's very like upcycling, recycling couture, which suits her phenomenally well. This is the thrift shop on some remote planet where all the stuff from the ocean was just netted out, recycled, refurbished, and put on her tiny, phenomenal body. So yeah, this is piping hot tea for me. I think it might be chai tea grande. Yeah, chai tea venti.
Sure.
For the category more is more, box tit. Hair, for her, this is big, so I will say that she's achieved that. The garment wise, I understand Sami. I think her perspective on drag makes sense for what we're experiencing here on this runway. I do wish that the garment itself was just structured differently. If we're gonna do this like slouch coat made up of all these fabrics, I wish they were just more slouchy. Like I needed this to be a bigger garment, because if we're putting everything together, literally sew it all together and make it this huge kind of thing, because I feel like the coat itself is distracting from what we are seeing underneath. And I think the dress itself looks very fun and very chic. I just can't see it. And like even in the runway, I just like watched the reel. You can't really tell what she has going on under there, and I wish we could see that better. So I just wish the garment was structured in a way that we were able to take it all in, because there is a lot going on with it. And I think she executed that to a T for what more is for her. So this is definitely a T for me. I just want it to be bigger. This is where more is more needs to be bigger.
Bigger.
And even in the video, she does take it off. But again, I wish the elements of it were just,
Bigger. I see that. I see that for sure. Mya Foxx. This was another one of my favorite looks of the night, to be honest with you. I really, really liked this. I love the material. I loved her presentation of it. She's got a lovely runway walk as well. I think this was a great interpretation for the category. The one thing I wish was bigger was the hair. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I think the hair could have been bigger. I think the hair could have been something else, even, to be honest with you. I don't know how much I love the hair with this. I like the hair color with this. But I think something different with the hair could have been better. Honestly, maybe a huge, just really cunty Sasha Colby ponytail would have been really fun with this. Just like 40, 50, 60 inches, just all the way down. Going more is more, I think could have been something that could have been really fun here. Because I like this kind of slicked to the head and then something coming down really could have been fun. But otherwise, I really like the coat. I like the whole situation going on. It's still tea for me. I really like this from Mya.
Yeah, it just the way she explained it made me think of such a run. It's Sasha Colby. Yeah, it's one of the references. There was another. Oh my god! I'm really having a brain fart of who was it who wore this extremely lengthy kind of 90s rapper kind of
Aura Mayari.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was Aura.
We were watching it, and my roommate was like, Aura Mayari could never. And I was like, not too much on Aura Mayari.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Aura Mayari did it first.
I know.
Like,
and did it
sorry,
just
roommate.
as good. I'm
And
like,
not only
shut up.
And not only that, she did it just as good, but she also blessed us with the curse. Her dead
yes.
will haunt us all. Yeah, that's one of my favorite exit lines of all time.
I love it. So good.
if it's going to be the entrance line for her All Stars, I'm also going to be living for it. But speaking of Mya, I actually given this pretty piping hot tea. I love the fact that, again, thank God for the lightning, because not only she in particular was shown in almost 3D. They showed like not 360, but maybe 270 degrees of her presentation. I was there for it. It was super cool. I don't mind that, because this shiny black does give all the texture and structure we needed from her. The same thing we've seen on Saltina. So yeah, I love this. I love this so much. Even though I'm not just like that much of a wear some black guy as you, Xana. But I also love the way that this puffer coat hugged her, like, and it's not shady, it's a compliment in this regard, like some shrimp tails of sorts, if this shrimp was black. And this was very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
So piping hot tea.
Yeah, I think for the category, more is more. The coat's big for her. I think the texture of it's great. The vinyl is perfect for that kind of, if you're trying to achieve this look, especially with the lighting, it definitely lent itself there. I agree the hair could have been bigger. Even if it wasn't like this sculpted moment, if it was just like a big wig, if it was a double stack, I think that would have been better. This is where a headpiece would have lent itself for what she wanted, because then you could have argued that it was more is more, whatever.
Sure.
I hate the boot. Why are we wearing a ready to do so stomper with this garment?
Sure.
This could have been anything else. It could have been like more vinyl tights. It could have been a pump, and it still would have given it that kind of element.
Something with like a vinyl boot cover or something.
Yeah, it didn't need to be the thought. It didn't need to be the Seduce 3000 from Pleaser, babe. Like,
right.
Anything else, please. But yeah, I think this is very like for the garments that we've seen her wear so far. This is a very versatile for Mya, and I think this is great. So lovely, lovely gowns. It's a tea. It's tea.
And we've gotten 3 very different things from Mya as well so far, and I really love that too.
Yeah.
And she could have safely worn club kid boots, let's face it, because it's Canada, it's not Dragula. Nobody would have exterminated her on the spot for this.
Girl, save it. Not this. PM!
PM.
Suffered from the problem of just, similar silhouette here from the entrance to the main stage. Thankfully, they were still in the top, which, deserved here. My real big problem with this, honestly, just is the shoe. I don't get the shoe here.
There's red rhinestones everywhere. So I think that's where we're coming from. But if we're gonna go for the colors of like what is the primary and what's the secondary, the shoe could have been blue and it would have still had that through line.
And that's what I would have preferred here, actually. Yeah.
There's some it's kind of giving Marge Simpson, no?
A little. Yeah.
Likewise.
The green dress, the blue hair, the red.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's definitely giving that. Yeah, the red shoe kind of threw me, but otherwise I do like the silhouette of this.
Mm-hmm.
The presentation was dumb and stupid in the best way, and I loved it for them. But I did agree with Brooke. If it's more is more, I would have liked to see the cones be bigger. I would have liked to see, and I liked that the presentation was big. I liked that we went for, more is more in the presentation to make up for the fact that maybe the silhouette wasn't, more is more or whatever. But as a garment itself, standalone, fuck the category for a second. I really do like the garment itself.
It's fun. It's very fun.
It's so fun, and I'm excited for fun with PM this season. I know that's what they're gonna give us. Every single week is gonna be fun. Gender fuckery. I'm so beyond thrilled for it. It's still tea for me. I don't care about the category. I don't care about anything else. It's still tea. I love PM.
Here is my thing. I think that this garment basically cost her the win and probably higher placement for many of us in this category, in this field, because not only with more is more, you could have gone like so many different layers, so many different lanes, so many different roads, and this is kind of not given extra large in any shape or form. I will tell you, I get where the red is coming from, but that's also part of my problem, because this bitch sold her presentation as being a praying mantis. And as some of you may know, I studied biology at the university. So I was like,
Come on, PhD.
Well, it wasn't a PhD so far, but we'll see how it goes later. And they do. Actually, mantises, mantae, they do have red dots. Most of them do. But the thing is, when you cosplaying a praying mantis and you have a theme such as more is more for the runway, such a prompt, you can really go like mega oversized. You can basically be twice Yuri Guy when they were on Down Under with their praying mantis look and be double that insect.
Yeah.
And it's just, I get this for a clown category or whatnot, but and I love these colors and I love this look on her, but praying mantis, she is not. I'm so sorry. Girl, you shouldn't have told this to us.
PM does like alien gender fuckery clown aesthetic more than I would say bug, especially for this look. I would, if they were to like, yeah, I'm just an alien or I'm just a clown, fashion clown, cool.
Yeah.
Praying mantis, no. Yeah. I do understand maybe that was like on the reference chart for the coloring, the patterning, whatever. Yeah. For it being so similar to the entrance look, it's unfortunate that this was the same episode. If we're gonna do a red shoe, at least have red gloves. Or like one of the horns being red, like just somewhere, like I don't need you to be directly into the praying mantis aesthetic, but like if we're sucking blood, like give us, if we're cutting off heads, your hands need to be red, you know?
No heads were cut off.
No heads, no heads, 0 heads. Well, none have rolled on this one.
No.
So what would have saved this with not altering any of the design or the aesthetic or having it be repeated is if just kept taking off hats. Taking off the cones and they're just still there because that's more is more. If you were gonna do this playful, fun runway, more is more is like keep being the little Russian China doll, like popping them
That's
off.
exactly what I was thinking is like just keep doing it, keep doing. Yeah, it was like if we had that and then that would have been.
It would have just made it unexcusably more is more for me. I think the colors are great. I think the fashion is great here. It's very true to PM's aesthetic. Notice how Brooklyn didn't say anything about the cone tits. But I had the unfortunate task of receiving that critique. Rockets on your chest, are they in now? Did it need to be a year?
Apparently. She did want them to be bigger, though.
Xana, you walked so the rest could bounce them.
And on my category, it was wardrobe malfunction. I was like, y'all coming for me for my tits? On the episode where it can be justified? Anyways, it's, I'm going to give PM a bag on this.
Okay.
Only because I picked apart everybody else's and I'm not going to justify because I have a bias with PM.
Valid.
I think great. Wish it was different for the category.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to amend mine to iced tea because I like it, but not for the category.
Yeah.
And
I didn't say it, but that was a slight back for me. But kudos to her for choosing an insect with her initials, PM, praying mantis.
Mm-hmm.
That's
cute. That's the mind of PM because it would do something like that all the time. They are insane. So
I fuck with you for that, PM. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. Eboni La'Belle is Miss La'Belle. I didn't clock it until Hollywood asked her, as in Patti LaBelle. I didn't clock that, but I do love that. I think this is fun. I do really enjoy this garment. This color combo of this blood red and navy blue needs to be a signature of hers from now on.
Is that navy?
It reads navy to me. What are you reading it as?
It's sequin black. So
I'm
I
reading-
don't think it's navy.
Oh, I was reading it as black. I was reading it as navy.
Blue.
In this image, yes, but I think that's just the reflection we're seeing from the hue of the lights on the stage.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, because I
Because the
read
one
it
she
as.
posted,
Oh, okay.
I'll argue all black has navy in it. You can't achieve true black without navy.
I agree with you. I agree with
so
you.
So yes, but I don't think it's. I think it's black. I think it's just like everything surrounding it.
Okay, you know what? I will probably agree with you on that.
Even in
Eboni,
the
if
image
you're
she posted
watching-
herself, there's
I'm
a blue
looking at-
highlight on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one she posted. Eboni, if you're watching, first of all, hey girl. Second of all, let us know. Is it navy? Is it black? I would like to know. Regardless, this color combo needs to be a signature of hers from now on because she looks absolutely sick in this. For me, for more is more, I'm not 100% sold.
No.
I'm not 100% sold here, but I do really like the garment. I really, really enjoy the presentation of it. I thought everything she did on the runway was so good. I love the sequin red full stocking underneath as well with the glove. I think all of that detailing is so good. I'm gonna give it an iced tea because I really, really, really like this on her, but I'm not fully sold for the category.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as you do. I just wish that if this black or navy blue huggings of her boobies were the real hands, they were like red as hands, that would be so cool. I think that this would make the transition even smoother. I would once in a blue moon agree with the judges that the durag should have really been like 8 meters long and should have been basically like what Simone wore on the runway, that she wanted durag.
Yeah,
and
I would
I
have
think
liked
that's what
to
they were
see that.
referencing. They want that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
in this category, she should have had the bolt
She
of
should have
fabric in
done.
her hand, and she would have gone.
Yeah,
You know?
because
Or so, yeah, like do what Simone did, do what Lexi Love did, and have the bolt of fabric like running
exactly.
behind you, like
and
something
also
like that, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, it's Leland from Canada's Project Runway, not the RuPaul Music Leland, who designed it. And
Yes.
judging by his Instagram, he actually loves such drapey, very lengthy stuff to wrap around somebody's body. So I'm just kind of surprised that for this category they didn't go full blown way and literally make it so long, so elongated, the extra durag, I don't know, the mega gloves, something like this. But Eboni looks phenomenal. So I'm also
no
giving
one
this
will ever argue that she looked bad here.
No, never
that's
ever.
That's the thing. That's the
Side
thing.
note:
yeah.
Are either of you watching Traders Canada?
Yes.
Okay,
Logan
so
is.
Corinne just wore in the most recent episode this massive train, and it was like genuinely just like an indulgence for indulgence sake. And I think Traders does that very well, where they're just like, here's a glamour shot of someone showering while we talk about them.
Oh yeah.
She's just walking, nothing to do with the challenge, did not have anything to do with the show. She was like, here's a massive garment that I'm gonna wear in here because it's godly. And that's literally what I wanted from this. So
Yeah.
if Corinne can do it on Traders where it doesn't actually matter, DragRace, do it where it matters.
We might have to get you on for our Traders Canada coverage, Xana. That might
I
be fun.
love this fucking show, girl. I'll do that
Yes.
too.
Okay, Xana. Period.
Micha,
No, I think I'm kind of done. Yeah, I mean it's tea for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Just very tepid.
So I feel like I've been super harsh on Eboni this whole episode, and like, I think I'm gonna continue only because I think I'm gooning and baiting for more for her, because I have such a genuine attraction to her as a drag character and just everything that she is attracting me. And I'm a moth to flame here, but I have yet to be burned. I want to be burned by her, and I haven't yet. So this garment, and I think I brought this up earlier, it just feels flat. And considering that this is a Mugler runway reference, the actual Mugler runway, it is so crystallized that it feels like you can reach in and grab something from it. The sequins, unfortunately, don't lend themselves to that. It is a very flat thing to wear. And just like where the black wraps around the sweetheart neckline here, it should be like more covered. Like there should be more there for it to create that illusion of like a depth, and there's very little depth in the garment. Again, the do-rag critique, sure, but just the whole garment itself is lacking that element of the definition that we needed from this. Like I needed the skirt. If we're gonna drape, I needed to see actual like distance in between everything. I needed that kind of for more is more. I don't think this hits the category. Would I wear this? Absolutely. I just don't think this fits perfectly for what we needed for more is more, unfortunately. But she looks beautiful. So yeah.
Always.
I'd suckle from the tea. That is Eboni La'Belle, but it's just not.
100%. Absolutely.
I'm gonna give it for our standard rating. I'm gonna give it a bag only because I don't think it fits the category.
Yeah. That's why I give it an iced tea, because I do like the garment as a standalone. I just don't love it for the category.
But just because you like the garment doesn't mean it fits.
Yeah, 100%. Always.
So,
yeah.
So.
Canada's Drag Race.
That's the best.
Fucking shady for this photo.
Let's talk about the winner of Canada's Drag Race season 6 right now, because that's what we're experiencing with this image.
I love that this is the official photo of this runway from Paolo Perfección that Canada's Drag Race posted. This is the photo.
Good for her.
Honestly, showing off her best assets.
Absolutely.
Like, it's so sickening.
Without a bevel, even.
Literally. I'm like, oh my god. So, okay. Let me just
let the audience decide.
Let's see what the audience thinks. And let us know in the comments below. Here's what I'm going to say. It's tea. I do like this. Because it's so Paolo. And this is more for Paolo.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb. And I fucking love it. It's so dumb and I love it. I loved her makeup here. I loved the hair, which you can't see in this photo, but whatever.
You can kind of see it.
You can kind of see it.
You gotta zoom in.
Yeah. I love that her interpretation of this runway category was biblically accurate angel.
It's like, biblically accurate Paolo.
Yes. And I literally, like, I love that was the interpretation that she went here. Like, I really fuck with that hard. Like, there's just, I love her. I love this. Is it just probably 5 meters of white fabric and a super basic dress?
It's hemmed.
And it is
fabric.
hemmed. But, like, is that all it is? Yes. Am I absolutely sold by this shit? Absolutely. I'm bitch work. It's tea.
It's perfection.
Everybody needs to go home. Go home. Go home.
Go home. Nurse, go home.
Wow.
My boat is beautiful. My boat is pretty.
If that is a biblically accurate angel, sign me up for this church, please.
Truly.
I like it so much. Does it fit the category? It does. It does read more is more. Actually, when Paolo just started walking the runway, I thought they were on stilts. And then no, it's just legs. And I'm like, oh my God, those thighs, like they harmonize. This line from Widow Von Du has never rang more true than with these legs and this photo in particular. I love it so much. I mean, that is the modern Ophelia. That is the reincarnation of a girl who drowned, who was resurrected from the lake, who went through the ring and came back to haunt us all in the best, most glamorous, beautiful way. This is, consider me subscribed to the Church of Paolo. Can't you see that Así es perfecto? When Shakira was singing this line, probably she was singing about Paolo Perfección. I mean, this is This is ridiculous tea. This is the mushroom tea I've never tried and probably never will. But yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. Okay. On the grand scale of all 12 of them, no. Her by herself, yes. I think the shoe is great. Love that. I love single sheet drapery. I've done this a bunch of times myself. I just literally did a photo shoot for my calendar like this. And I have this like electric blue dress that I have an electric blue veil for that I do a Lana Del Rey song to. And I come out with it draped on me and I let it trail back and it reveals my face. Like there's so many things you can do with drapery like this.
What song?
Salvatore.
I love you.
Yeah, so yeah, so that's the thing. This could have been played up like how PM presented the garment, that I wish she just kept walking and the draping just kept going. And then it was still attached to her wrist. Like I needed her to be a bundle of fabric and she jumps out of it like, ooh, hey.
The presentation of it could have been a little bit stronger. I agree.
And don't get me wrong, the presentation here is cunty, but we needed it to be camp. I needed camp from this because then it really would have sold it. Again, like, say what you want, but she does not give a single fuck. And I'm glad she doesn't, because some people take this too seriously, and clearly she has taken it to the point where like, yeah, I showed up to Drag Race. Y'all did too. And you look like that and I look like this. That's literally, without even saying it, that's what she's done here. And I think I can appreciate her for this.
It's quite refreshing. I gotta be honest with you.
Truly. Yeah. And even just like the Untucked conversation where like everyone said Paolo sucks. And she's like, y'all just needed a reason. You know you had to say something because you think you feel threatened. And you know that I can wear this and you can't. That's truly it. And like, go for her. Go for her. It's I'll give it a very like minimalized tea. Only because I love how like ballsy this is.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that tea that your friend gave you and she didn't even know what kind of tea it was. And she's like, here, girl, here's some tea. And you're like, thanks, girl. And you have the tea. And then you're like, oh shit, what the fuck is this tea? Yeah. And then you go on a spiritual journey.
3 weeks later, you're still drinking it. And you're like, uh-oh. How did I get here?
Literally. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm giving this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Mm-hmm.
Work perfection.
Dulce is up next. Okay, I love the reference here to La Virgen de Guadalupe. I think that is fabulous here. Cultural love. I love how much cultural reference we're gonna get from Dulce this season. More is more. Yeah. Things could have been a lot more maximalist and a lot bigger with this look. As a standalone look separate from the category, I like it. There's a bit of a fit issue with the dress, but otherwise I do like the dress. But I think everything could have been taken. Like, this look for me is at like 65% for Dulce, and I wanted it to be at like 130%. Like, I wanted the necklaces to be bigger and more. I wanted this headpiece needed to be 5 times bigger for me.
Yeah.
I wanted this green lace cape situation, which is gorgeous and does work with the ensemble. I wanted that to be bigger. I wanted, some detail work on the actual red dress itself to kind of make that sparkle. Like, I would have loved a whole kind of cascading crystal AB situation just to make it shine under the lights of Drag Race. I think things could have been elevated a lot bigger. So as much as I like this as a standalone look, for this category, it's gonna be an ever so slight. It's a bag that I'm putting tea in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're making the tea's making. We're making the tea. Let her tea. Let her cook.
Yes, it's the bag. It's the bag that I walked out of the tea store holding. Like, I'm gonna go make tea, but I'm like, I just bought the tea and
We just
I'm
haven't
holding
made
the
it
bag.
yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're having tea later.
Exactly.
There's tea time. We're waiting for our tea time.
Exactly.
Well, I'll start with the end. If we're going from this score, I'm kind of on board with Logan. It's a bag which is waiting for its hour to become some piping hot tea one day.
And that's honestly like the kindest thing we could say to anybody. It's like, girl, we know it's here. We're waiting for it to be steeped. We'll wait for it. Like,
I'm like, I see it, girl. I see it, and I want it because I love Dulce so much. I see the vision. I see all of it. I'm just like, Sorry, Micha. Go ahead.
I still have, this ongoing problem which started with her entrance look with her makeup, because it makes her face look so weird in the stage lighting. Maybe it's just like the severity of it, not the severity tone of it, but it's very interesting. It's like, it's very severe up in here, but she's dressed as a La Virgen de Guadalupe, and in the words of Valentina, La Virgen de Guadalupe, ayúdame porque no tengo nada.
I think what it is, I'm going to go back to the same critique we've been giving. I think her makeup is a little flat, actually.
Maybe it is.
I want her to highlight a little bit more, and I think it's one of those things where her makeup is not exactly translating to TV. Where we've seen a couple of girls throughout countless Drag Race seasons where the makeup doesn't immediately translate to TV. We saw that with Tyrus on this recent season of UK, where the makeup didn't immediately translate to TV in the way that it, and by the end of the season of her run, it did. But her makeup isn't immediately translating. So I think it's coming off as, she's still painting for club lighting. At least in my translation of what I'm seeing of her makeup here. That's
she has makeup on.
Yes.
That's not our issue. It's more of,
yeah,
we wish the makeup was adjusted for what we're doing here. I'm looking at her image that she posted herself, and her makeup does work here. But again, it's like, it's an actual photo shoot, so we can adapt for that. Drag Race does do that, where it's like, if you don't show up for that fucking HD, girl, it's gonna get you.
Oh yeah, no, her makeup. In the post she posted, the makeup is so much better. Yeah, there's like, the big problem is, I think on the main stage of Canada's Drag Race, there's just a lack of highlight here. In the photo she posted, there's a lot more dimension to her makeup in the photo shoot that she's done as well.
She's also a baby. She's a baby queen still.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
her makeup is evolving with her, and like, truly, if I could say anything about it, like, I'm waiting for her Shea Coulee mug. I'm waiting for her Trixie All-Stars mug.
Yeah.
Like, she just needs to adapt it for what she's got going on, because I think all the elements are there. I think she can explore and experiment a little bit more with it.
Yes.
And like, even like a subtle mistress element could work here for her face, because she has such a beautiful canvas to like work with, and not everybody has the ability to kind of do anything with their face, and I think Dulce can. So
100%. Yeah. The reels that she was posting the other day with Eboni, like in that beautiful orange base, that rainbow wig, that mug she did is so sickening, and I'm like, okay, girl, she's getting it. I think she's one of those girls that if she doesn't win this season, like, her all-stars glow up, we're gonna see that Trixie, that Shea that you're talking about, Xana. We're absolutely gonna see that from Dulce.
Let's see her on Latina Royale season 3.
Oh my god, I would love. Absolutely. Yeah.
And she could go pretty far there. But
absolutely.
For me, it's a bag already, as it's been discussed, and it's also not very oversized to be, especially with La Virgen de Guadalupe, where you can also go like a full-on statue, whatever.
Yeah. We can rag on this, beat this horse to the ground. Headpiece could be bigger, should be bigger, especially for doing this. I think the necklace isn't necessary if it's not going to continue down the rest of the garment. That's where the more is more could have happened. It could have been the necklace. It also could have just been the entire, like, gone over her bodice. It could have gone over her hips. I needed that element. I wanted it draped along her arms and connect to her cuffs. Like, give me that. In the photo she posted, I think the textures of this come across way better. This photo from Drag Race, and I think the Drag Race lighting doesn't lend itself to what we're seeing here. But like seeing the actual design of this, of the shawl, I guess I would call it, the gold hem, the paillettes that are on there, the rose detailing, it's very beautiful. And it does make sense here, but maybe not on the runway. The dress, say what you want about it, it's still textured with the gold leafing. It makes sense. I just think maybe the fit could have been like, this needed to be a different type of dress, not what she's wearing. If we wanted to go for more is more, this would have been great for a trumpet gown. This would have been great for that mermaid fit. It's just because of the hips, it just doesn't continue on. So that's it. It needs more time. She needs to steep longer. So we're gonna give it a bag, but I understand it and I wish it were to be more. So
Totally.
finally.
And what a way to close out this runway than with this absolutely dumb cunt, Van Goth. Van, I can't stand you. Van, I absolutely hate you. I can't believe that you walked out on the main stage of Canada's Drag Race in this. I think this is disgusting. I think you are rotted. I think you are nasty. And this is a full cup from me. You absolutely rotten bitch. I love you. That is all.
Yeah. The ear made the assignment so clear. You know, the ear was here. It was earring. Oh, I mean, this is hellishly good in the best possible way. I wanted to say it's divine, but I don't think it's a compliment for her. So yeah, this is hella good. This literally could be both on Dragula's glamour category and on Drag Race. The graphicness of it all. I also love how sharp and crisp it is, with all the spikes, with the drip of blood. It really, it just gives very unique visual style, which is like so good for comic books, for anything, for cyberpunk. And yeah, I think this tea is really hot. It's already there. It's done. It's delivered. And it's slightly
Would you say
burning.
signed, sealed, delivered?
With the tea,
In
yeah.
this case?
Personally signed.
Right.
Her.
Yeah, I mean, Van has achieved something that very few people can, and is reinventing what we've seen before in a new way and made it feel fresh. 1,000 girls have walked down in a gown. 1,000 girls have done glamour. She's made it and turned it on its head and given us and like, cool, we've seen it. This is how I'm going to make it different and still be me. And she has that through line again from her entrance to her runway, because girls know now that it's a ball challenge and that all of the things you should have connection for all of it. And she's done that here. Rule of 3, red hair, red blood, red shoes, great. The earpiece, incredible. The spikes look full and real. It doesn't feel flat. It's got that definition and dimension that we've been craving. I don't think the fans were necessary. I love them, but I don't think it could have done without. How she would have done that reveal, I don't know. Honestly, if we really want to go there, if she was wrapped up in like a gauze and she unraveled herself and like delivered the ear that way, I think that could have been a cool, more Dragula-esque thing, but still, she looks amazing. The hair is perfect. The makeup is great. And her presentation of it was beautiful. Side note, this is the hair that I went home in, just in red. Love the callback for me. Yeah, this is stunning. It's hot. It's hot seat for sure. We've been burned.
Yep. Oh, I went and looked at who. Of course, it's Starker's corsetry. Jesus.
And I also went home in Starker's corsetry. Lovely.
The parallel.
Star-Studded corsetry. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And that is that.
We did it.
Woo! How joyous, lovely, and phenomenal. I loved that. I absolutely loved that. Well, thank you for joining us for this lovely, fabulous look over here to start off this what is going to be a phenomenal season of drag on Canada's Drag Race. Xana, thank you for being here with us.
Of course, thank you for having me. Love sharing my opinions.
Always, you are welcome back anytime you want. Your family, you always will be. So, absolutely. And make sure to tune in for all of our coverage of Canada's Drag Race this season. Make sure to go follow Xana, tip Xana. If you are anywhere that Xana is performing, go tip her for us, because some of us can't go tip her in person.
And if you miss me on your TVs, you can catch me on Slaycation later this year. So
I'm so excited! I can't wait. I'm so excited. We'll probably have to have you back on for that too. So
it's all being released at the same time, so we get to review it all at the same time. So
yes, how fun! I can't wait for that. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and share. I know it's wrong franchise, but I can't get over just saying share. Make sure to go get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Go get yourself some Xana merch as well while you're at it. If you still have merch out, yeah.
There's merch. This is somewhere out there.
It's somewhere out there. Go check out everything Xana's doing. Check out everything we're doing. Go watch another video while you're at it. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So,
cheers.
Hello, bonjour, bye.
Go off.
Bye, Fleurs.
Go off. Cheers.